Alright, you guys, I was finally able to go get a light, so it won't be, as professional as some, but hopefully you see them a little bit better. And we have the comic cat pack that came with Cobra Commander and Gung Ho, but repaints, of course, from what they were like in either the 5-pack or the single carded one. And you can tell these are ones that I got from Hasbro because they have that sticker on them. And I did take the comic out, but it turns out I probably already had the old comic. And so we'll show you the other one, but it's classic comic right there. And it is issue. Oh, sure. It got ripped off right there. So good job me, or good job Hasbro. So 64, I guess. So it's the one where it's supposed to be Fred, imposter, and that's why this Cobra Commander, when you take off his helmet, is the Fred head underneath, like a lot of fans wanted. When they got the single carded one and were, a little upset that, or didn't think it was as cool that there was a Fred head. And I guess you can take this Fred head and put it on the single carded one that has the beach head underneath, or the reused beach head. But I believe the Fred head is a little loose on it, so I'm not sure. Maybe if you take the Fred head from this one and put it on that, then it won't be. But no real reason to take this out because I have Gung Ho already, and if you're somebody who's a customizer, it's probably no big deal. But this right here is a little, don't really like the color. And then they used the same stuff on Cobra Commander's hose. So if you're able to paint these black and this more of a brown, I think is what it's like on the, and you don't mind the kind of darker blue on this, then it's okay to go this way. And so this is the fully, in one piece one. And so there's that. And then I wish these were the 5-packs that I was originally looking for, but I couldn't find them. So these are actually the second redo, kind of, in my opinion, 5-packs because they're sculpting and just more realistic to what the actual figures or improved looks of the figures and any other feedback that Hasbro received and was able to fix them. And also, I believe you get the figures are different. Can't remember what was in the original 5-pack, but you get Snake Eyes with Timber, but in a more cartoon accurate uniform. And then I guess we should show that it's there. So I wish I could remember who was in the original 5-packs. But then you get, I think I still made a hybrid out of her, but Lady J and her more cartoon accurate, and then General Hawk, and trying to not be in the way of the light, but still keep that flap from falling down. So then there's Flint, and then I believe he also, originally when he was single carded, he had the infamous Duke arms, or something was wrong with his sleeves weren't rolled up or something like that, so got him fixed. And then Shipwreck got fixed because I think people thought his arms were a little too big, and then they fixed the bottom of his, so this is all pretty much, I'm gonna go ahead and say I think even the head, I think everything on this figure is new, but if not, I would welcome that comment. So different sculpt and head and arms and all that compared to what he was released like single carded. So there's that second G.I. Joe 5-pack. then this is the Cobra one, and you can tell that because they've got Storm Shadow on this one, and Snake Eyes is on the other one. And then also, right there it says Cobra set, and on the G.I. Joe one it says G.I. Joe. So this is Cobra, and I just realized that. I thought that was kind of funny. Look inside. Yeah, thanks for telling me to look inside, because I definitely wouldn't have done that. So I don't know what that's about, but so talked about this in some of my other 25thers, and I'm mostly talking about the Zartan and the differences between the Viper. But if you can get the Hall of Fame Viper, I believe it's exactly the same. I don't think the arms have been fixed on this figure. But there's Storm Shadow and a more cartoon accurate figure. And then you get the Baroness. Even though, no, I can't remember. I think I like this one better than the single carded one, but I can't remember. And then you get Cobra Commander, and this time he comes with a staff and a cape. And then this is the Zartan I was talking about, where I'm okay with him. You know, I didn't get my single card one open because of the small swamp fire. No, not swamp fire. Swamp skier. But this one I'm okay with, but some people don't like it because he's got the hot pink, which is supposed to kind of simulate him, his sun, you know, being allergic to the sun or whatever it was back in the day. And then he comes with his two masks to be either Storm Shadow or Duke, which I think is kind of funny. It's kind of cool that they did that, but yeah, let's put a Duke head on and then or a mask, and he looks just like Duke. Or let's put a Storm Shadow mask on and he looks just like Storm Shadow. And it's like, I don't know about that. So then here is the and I think maybe, no, it looked kind of like his arms have been fixed, but I think the only difference they made is this time you get a chrome plated faceplate rather than just the flat gray. So, and then I found my second Resolute, and they have the little Velcro. If I'm not mistaken, the original 5-packs didn't have the Velcro on it, so that's kind of good that they added the Velcro, or maybe some people don't like the fact that they added it. Trying to reposition the light. These flaps are painful because I'm trying to keep them open and with one hand holding the camera. So this is the second Resolute 5-pack, and that's because you get them in Crimson, and I can't seem to remember if the first one came with a bat or not, even though I probably just did video for it. But anyway, so if you do get a bat, it's just this one's painted black, unlike the other one. And then you get the Crimson Cobra Commander, sort of, and the Cobra Trooper, and the Cobra Officer, and then Duke in his flight, you know, backpack and uniform and mask and all that. So there's that. And then this I already talked about before, but this is the comic pack where you get Spirit's reused arms, or at least gloves. And it's kind of cool though, because you can cut out those floppy disks, and Mainframe can hold them, you know, in between his two fingers. And then you get Beachhead, and this time